everyone, happy Friday. Pam Slim here. And I was just reflecting on a conversation I had yesterday with my dear friend and partner, Charlie Gilkey. We were doing one of our free Liftoff teleclasses, and we were talking about the seasons of business and how you can notice that what seems to correlate very well with the quarters of the calendar year in business also tend to correlate with the seasons of nature. And there really are different characteristics in different seasons that mean that as a business owner, you need to be focusing your efforts and your energy and your activity in different ways. Right now, the second quarter is springtime here in the Northern Hemisphere and autumn in the Southern Hemisphere. And what characterizes this period of time, I don't know if all of you are feeling it, but it is intense activity. There are many, many things being launched. There are conferences being held. People are creating things. It's like bees buzzing around a flower. There is lots and lots of activity right now. And so given that, a lot of people are focusing on the shorter term cash flow opportunities that come at a time when many things are being sold and launched, which is great. The thing you want to keep in mind is what are the seasons that are coming. So we have the third quarter, which is over the summer, and the fourth quarter, which is going to be in the winter. And we really need to make sure that we have certain activities that are ready to go when those seasons hit. And I forgot to say fall, but you knew that fall was in there as well too. So some of the things that we need to take care of are making sure that in addition to the hustle activities we do in order to bring in cash flow, that we're also planting seeds for the longer term opportunities. Charlie has a wonderful framework that he calls cash flow, visibility, and opportunities. I use it all the time because it makes so much sense. And he says that any business any business activities has three primary objectives. Either you're doing it to bring in cash flow, you're doing it to get visibility, to grow your market, to have people know who you are, or you're building future opportunities. So some of the things that might be future opportunities may be things that you want to be doing sometime next year, maybe the first quarter of 2012. You need to be planting seeds now in order for those opportunities to take place. So maybe you're thinking about doing more professional speaking in that part of the year, or you really want to be pitching a new book. You want to sell the idea for a book to a publisher, or maybe you have an idea to create a particular product. You really want to make sure that you have everything that you need in order to do that activity. And so I guess my helpful hint, my word of caution, my homework for today is take a moment, maybe at the end of today or the beginning of next week, in the midst of all of your busy activity that is right now happening in this season. How are you planning for planting some seeds so that you have future opportunities in the coming seasons, so that you can have a plan, maybe setting aside a little bit of cash when summer comes, which here in the Northern Hemisphere is generally a time where people slow down. Consumer to consumer market sometimes is not as strong because people are off of work and on vacation and not so focused on buying consulting services or coaching services or things like that, if that's your business. So you really want to be aware of what's coming up in the coming seasons. And what I like to do in the spirit of cash flow, visibility, and opportunity is always be thinking in my planning, in my weekly planning, what are ways that I can keep those things in mind and in a given week do some activities that are related to all of them. So maybe do something to help promote a product that's already existing in order to sell a little bit more, do an interview or cruise on over to support somebody else's community in order to get visibility in a new area of the market that I've really been wanting to connect with, or opportunity. I personally do things like reach out to people that may be conference organizers for conferences that I may want to be speaking at in a year or even two. So keep those things in mind. It's a fantastic time to have so many things happening right now in spring. However, make sure you're aware of what's coming next. And as Charlie reminds me all the time, take time when you're really busy to stick your head up and look at your plans and make sure that you're really focusing on high value activities, because you really can lose a lot of momentum when you just get really, really busy, and then you're not always critical about if everything you're doing really is going to give you the best returns. You can find Charlie over at productiveflourishing.com. And of course, you know where to find me, Escape from Cubicle Nation. Have a great weekend, you guys. Take care.